Good morning and welcome to this week's episode of Empowered Mindset Minute. So for those of you I don't know, my name is Patricia Cimino. I am a certified coach and I empower people who are at a crossroads professionally to take their purpose, their passion, and their experience and pivot into the best chapter, into doing something on their own terms. And every week I write a blog called Empowered Mindset Minute, and I've been bringing it to video every week. So this week I want to share with you, it's actually a two-part series that I'm doing, and it's called Courage and Confidence. So this week I'll be sharing strategies for courage, and next week I'll be sharing strategies for confidence. And the reason why I put these two together is because courage is really the foundation of confidence, and confidence is a byproduct of courage. So when you look up the definition of courage in the dictionary, it states that it's the ability to do something that frightens you. The ability to do something that frightens you. Having courage, that is what that is. So when we are trying to do something that frightens us, what usually happens is that our primal brain, the most ancient part of our brain, our amygdala, will take over. Whenever we're in fear, it will take over. And there's three things that usually happen when we are in fear. Either we want to fight whatever it is that we're being faced with, or we want to flee, we want to run far from it, or we freeze in paralysis. But history has shown us that through the acts of courage, we have evolved. We have evolved from the cave to where we are now. And all of that was through people's acts of courage. People who took what they were afraid of and they kept moving forward. So today I want to share with you three strategies to cultivate courage. And there are three strategies that are more about the mental and emotional state that help you to take courage. So the first thing is to really just label what it is that you are fearing. What is it that you're afraid of? Are you afraid of failure? Are you afraid of being seen? Are you afraid of being judged? Like really label what that fear is. So that would be the first strategy. Because just knowing and having awareness to what the fear is will allow you to do something about it. The second, and I think is a really important strategy, is to embrace the fear. Embrace the fear. A lot of times we want to resist the fear, and that just makes it worse. It's like adding a negative on top of a negative, so you got a double whammy. But I'm suggesting to embrace the fear. Link arms with the fear. Treat it like your best friend, as crazy as that sounds. Yes, fear, come along for the ride, right? And then the third strategy is while you're embracing that fear, to take a step forward, doing that thing that scares you so much. So those three things put together, identify it, embrace it, and then embrace it and take a step, are ways that you can cultivate courage and take movement in the direction that you want to go. So many times we feel like we hear that calling for what we want to do, right? We hear that inner voice telling us what our desires are, but then we get stuck in paralysis. We get stuck in that fear zone of not doing anything. Building courage, having these strategies to build the courage to start taking that movement towards what you want is critical. So I wanted to share a story with you. Like, this is something that even for me to get on here took a lot of courage, right? But the thought in my mind is, I believe in my work as a coach, and I believe in my message in wanting to help people live their best life. Go after that dream and live it. Go after that purposeful vision they have for themselves and live it. And if I don't take action in fear, showing up here and sharing the strategies that I know can help, then I'm not living my calling, right? So that is, I know that you can do it because I'm doing it, right? So I always like to share a quote with my people that listen to me. And here's the quote for today. You cannot discover new oceans unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore, right? So we can't get over that mountain if we're still stuck in the valley, right? So again, those are the 3 strategies for today. If one of these, or if the idea of courage is something is where you're getting stuck, as a coach, this is one of the foundational things that I help my clients do. If this is something that you've been battling or at crossroads with, you just can't muster up that courage to take that step. This is what I do extremely well. This is how I help my clients take action on those bold dreams. I would encourage you to reach out to me for a discovery session, and we can talk about all of that. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.